Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my story time of how I ended up getting all the Rainbow High dolls and how Target ended up doing me dirty. Not just Target, it wasn't really Target, it was just one employee who really screwed me over and I was just like, really? But it kind of is in theme with how the year is going. Everything's messed up, the world is burning, and why would doll collecting be any different, right? Okay, so let's begin. Last Thursday, I decided to call up my Target and ask for the Rainbow High dolls because I was seeing everyone on Instagram being able to find them at their Target or Walmart, so I was like, you know what? And I did wait a while. Here's the thing, I did wait a while after I did see people buying them because I was like, it's gonna take my stores a little bit longer to put them out. So I was like, I'm gonna wait. So I called Thursday. I make sure to call the Target closest to me. They never picked up, so I was like, whatever. I'll just call Super Target. And usually Super Target is so good and has everything before any of my other Targets. And Super Target, I think, is supposed to just get more of everything. So I call and the guy says, yes, we do have them. They're not out yet on the shelf, but we do have them in the back. And I was like, oh, great. So if I come Sunday, can I get them? And he said, yes. If they're not out on the shelf by Sunday, you can come by and we will get them for you. So I was like, great. This is amazing. This is phenomenal. How can this story go any wrong? Well, honey, we're in for a ride. So Sunday after work, my dad takes me to Super Target and I had to wait a hot minute for like maybe 10-20 minutes because homeboy was on his break. I should have probably named the guy who works toys. Let's name him Rod. He looks like a rod, you know, Rod. So Rod comes by and I'm like, oh, can I get the Rainbow High dolls? And he's like, oh yeah, you called about that. And I was like, yes, I did. I'm actually here. Are you surprised? I'm here to get my dolls. I asked him for it and he's like, well, they're on a very high shelf and there's a team specifically made to get these dolls and they're not here. They come next week. So I can't get these dolls for you. My heart broke. Excuse me? And he said, yeah, if you come next week, you could probably get it. Excuse me? This is not what you said on the phone. What you told me on the phone was I am getting my dolls today and you will get them for me from the back. See, if he would have told me these dolls are on a high shelf, sorry, we can't get them for you. You have to wait till next week. I would have not made my dad drive me all the way over there. But the story changes when I get there and he didn't tell me everything. So I was like, what? Then I just leave. I was just like, whatever. So, but there was something in me. This doesn't seem right. I feel like I should be fighting. And then I hear a voice. And the voice sounds like my mother. And my mom was like, you better go full Karen. And I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, really? She's like, you better go full Karen. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I decided to talk to a manager. So I go up to one of the guys putting out, I don't know, storage bins or whatever. And I was like, can I speak to your manager? And he was like, yes, she'll be here soon. So the manager comes up and I explained to her the situation. And she's like, okay, we'll see if we can sort this out. And she goes and talks to Rod. And then she comes back. After a hot minute, my dad's, at this point, he came in the store because I texted him and I was like, Dad, I'm gonna talk to the manager. So she comes by and she tells me, yes, there is a team that does get these down. I'm sorry we can't get these for you. But if you call tomorrow, Monday at 6 a.m. and ask to speak with the toy manager, I almost said his name, you can talk to him and you can sort out a time when you can get the dolls. So I was like, okay, great. And she also mentioned that I should tell him about the situation that went down. So I was like, okay, great, I will do that. I understand I couldn't get those dolls. And since I work retail, we are told not to promise people when we're gonna get stuff or not to promise people that they're gonna get something that we don't have. I was very wrong and I was done dirty by Rod. A couple of days pass and 2 of the dolls show up on Amazon and I buy them. So I was like, I'm gonna get them because I don't want to miss my chance. I don't know. I do call the toy manager the next day. I explained to him the whole entire situation And he says, I am so sorry this happened to you. And I do tell him about Rod. And he says, I'm sorry about the situation. And I was like, okay, I guess it's fine. And he said, our goal is to have all of the toys reset by Friday. You can call back Wednesday and maybe we'll have them out. He also asked for my number and my name so he can call me so when I can get these dolls. Thursday morning, as I was going to work, I checked the Target app and then I look at the Super Target, check their stock, and the dolls were ready for pickup. Like, I could add them to my cart and do drive up and just go drive up and they'll bring them out to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna do that. And I got them that day and I was so excited. And dude, you were gonna call me when the dolls were ready. Sorry, y'all, I forgot to mention a very important part to the story that will make y'all understand why I really don't like Rod, besides what he did was a mistake, but what he did after was not a mistake. This was purposeful. So I did call Wednesday to check if the dolls were available, and I called the toy department first, and I was like, I hear Rod's voice. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy again. And I was like, hey, have y'all put out the new Rainbow High dolls? And Rod was like, I can't hear anything on this. He was talking to someone else. He was like, I can't hear anything on this. And he hangs up. He hangs up on me. Who does that? Who does that? Like, excuse me, Rod. I was gonna forgive your little mistake and I wasn't gonna make the story time, but you did this to me. And now, Rod, look at where we are now. I'm making a story time about you, Rod. Frickin' Rod. Anyways, that happened. So then I called the electronics and I was like, can you check if they have dolls or whatever? And he's able to hear me fine. My goodness, y'all. Frickin' Rod, you little dirty, no good. Ugh, you should be fired. Anyways, moral of the story is, be a good person. Be a good person. Help people. The customer's always right, and you're supposed to put the customer before anyone else. Period. End of story. That is what should have happened, and that is what I have to say. At the end of the day, y'all, I hope you all have an excellent day, and I will see y'all later. Except for you, Rod. No. Karma will get you.